Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Lakers and talking about a very underrated move, a very under the radar move, the possibility of them getting Patrick Beverley, a lockdown defender. Patrick Beverley is known in the NBA for multiple things. He could be a flopper, he could be a talker, but when it comes to his defense, it's kind of unmatched, and I believe him being on the Lakers could simply give them a defense that can stop anybody. Patrick Beverley spent the last 4 years with the Clippers. He played in LA, so imagine him going next door to the LA Lakers. Would this be a good idea? In this video, we're going to be talking all about that. So if you want to know more, you're going to love this. Let's not waste any time and get into it. As we speak, the Lakers currently have 12 players on their roster, and when talking about the point guard position, I do believe that's somewhere they gotta find another option. When talking about this offseason, the biggest moves the Lakers made was getting Russell Westbrook. I do believe a superstar of Russell Westbrook and a rising star of Kendrick Nunn can run the point guard position, but with them having 3 shooting guards, 3 small forwards, and 3 power forwards, signing one more point guard to balance out the complete roster, I do believe it's a most likely scenario and a must-do for the Lakers, just in case Russell Westbrook needs some rest, especially in the preseason. The Lakers this year are in full throttle to win the NBA championship. They are ranked as one of the better teams after a crazy offseason, but with them still having roster spots available, they can get even better than they already are. And that's why for this video, we're going to be talking about a scenario that would put them over the top. They could be getting a veteran point guard that could be a low risk but high reward type of vibe. And that is the Lakers getting Patrick Beverley. Imagine if Beverley was with LeBron James. The reason why I say that is because Beverley is known to be a social media ringer. He's on every single headline because on the basketball court, he likes to talk, he likes to flop, he likes to get in people's head. And of course, when the Clippers would always face the Lakers, you would always see Patrick Beverley trying to bother, mock, or just try to distract LeBron. But of course, every single time, LeBron would destroy him. Whether you like Patrick Beverley or you hate him, a big reason why he's on every social media page and on every single headline is because he's actually pretty good. He's a great defender. He actually gets into people's head. But what I love the most about Patrick is his passion, his high energy, and he knows his role. He's not going to come in to try to be the superstar. He'll play his role, do what he can to win, and of course, do it all on the floor for the team. And with the Lakers right now focusing a lot on veteran players that can focus, go for a championship run, and find players at each specific role to contribute at an elite level, Patrick Beverley is in the perfect category of a backcourt defensive stopper. Over the past 4 seasons, Patrick Beverley was a part of the Clippers, and ever since being a part of the Clippers, he was always surrounded by a winning culture and a championship opportunity. Playing with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, Beverley has proven to be a great role player, and that's why I believe if he transitioned to the Lakers, it wouldn't be a big difference behind Russell Westbrook and LeBron. Of course, nobody would ever think about the possibility of Beverley going to the Lakers because of all the negative posts we see of him and LeBron James, but when talking about what recently happened to Beverley, I do believe the scenarios have changed. A few weeks ago, the Clippers made a big-time move and a big-time trade, trading away Patrick Beverley in exchange for Eric Bledsoe. The Clippers got Eric Bledsoe to be their backup point guard behind Reggie Jackson, and then Beverley went to the Grizzlies to back up Ja Morant. When I first saw that trade, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was a pretty good trade for the Grizzlies. Beverley can come in, be a mentor to Ja, who you know is very young, getting better every single season, and despite NBA fans sometimes not respecting Beverley, I know a lot of NBA players do respect Beverley, and that's why I did believe that was a pretty good trade for the Memphis Grizzlies, but wasn't a really good trade for the Clippers. But then literally a few days ago, the Memphis Grizzlies made a big time move themselves. They traded Beverley away to the Timberwolves in exchange for Jarrett Culver and Juancho Hernangomez. And of course, we saw Beverley joining Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns. After we saw this trade, we all thought, can Beverley be a great mentor to the young guns of D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns, and of course Anthony Edwards? Or do you believe right now with Beverley being at that time in his career where he wants a championship, he should go to a true contender and contribute, especially in the bright lights? We all know last season the Wolves were one of the worst teams in the NBA. They were the second worst team in the Western Conference. And with them not making any big moves this summer, I don't see the Wolves going anywhere, especially when talking about the playoffs. And in my opinion, I don't want to see Beverley's talents go to waste in Minnesota. And with that being said, we're getting some rumors that apparently Beverley actually might get bought up by the Timberwolves and then he'll become a UFA, an unrestricted free agent, which means he can sign with any team that he wants. The report is that there is growing speculation that the Wolves may consider uploading Beverley. The report was by Brandon Robinson of Bally Sports Network. He said that apparently there is speculation the Wolves are considering unloading Beverley before the start of the season, and then of course, the rumors of the Lakers immediately began. When talking about the Lakers, I believe Beverley would be a great fit alongside LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook. After losing Alex Caruso and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope this summer, the Lakers lost their immediate and best on-ball defenders, best perimeter defenders, and with Caruso and KCP being a big reason why the Lakers were the first best defensive team in the league, I do believe they're looking for a replacement right now, and if Beverley becomes available, I do believe it becomes a must-do. Patrick Beverley is currently listed as a point guard, but over the past 2 seasons, there were so many scenarios that he actually played the shooting guard position. We would see Reggie Jackson or Rajon Rondo at the point guard, and then Patrick Beverley would be a great on-ball defender, and of course also a catch-and-shoot player. When talking about last season, Patrick Beverley averaged about 7.5 points a game, 3.2 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 0.8 steals, 0.8 blocks, and my favorite part was that he shot almost 40% at the 3-point line. He shot a total of 39.7. And with the Lakers right now needing a point guard that can be a great role player, defender, and a floor spacer, Beverley fits every single criteria there. And of course, after losing Montrezl Harrell, the Lakers won't have anybody off the bench or on the bench to scream, be loud, and be energetic. Wait, they got Dwight Howard. So of course, imagine Patrick Beverley and Dwight Howard being an off-the-bench spark plug. The only way this scenario is possible though is if Beverley gets bought up by the Timberwolves and then the Lakers offer him a veteran's minimum contract, and of course Beverley accepts it, understands his role, and when he gets minutes, I know he's going to be a big factor, especially when it comes to a great third point guard. So now the question is, would Patrick Beverley team up with LeBron? We all know Beverley and LeBron had their fair shares of talks, headlines, and of course negative perspectives, but in my opinion, if the Lakers offer Bev a deal, he should not pass it up. Take this opportunity and of course make amends. It's not as serious as I'm saying it. I'm pretty sure LeBron would accept Beverley too. One thing that I do want to note as well is that Russell Westbrook and Beverley also had their fair shares of moments in the past. So another question is, would those two fit on the same roster? With their egos, their loud energy, would that work? I want to know your thoughts on that. But yes guys, this wraps up my video of today talking about the Lakers and the possibility of them getting Patrick Beverley. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe this is a good and realistic move for the Lakers, or do you believe they should target somebody else? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless. See you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!